Let me ask you a question that's either going to intrigue you or irritate you. Maybe both. That's usually where we do our best work. If you dropped into the first century, sand in your sandals, coins in your pocket, existential dread knocking politely on the inside of your skull, and someone said, "Good news! There's a new way to live, a new way to belong, and a new way to not be terrified of dying." Would you ask if it's true? Or would you ask if it worked? Yeah, that's where we're going tonight. Because somewhere between a Jewish teacher named Jesus Christ and a traveling, letter-writing, occasionally controversial figure named the Apostle Paul, something happened. Not just belief, not just devotion, but adaptation. And the uncomfortable question sitting by the fire with us tonight is this: did early Christianity spread because it was right, or because it was remarkably well built for the world it entered? Welcome to the Ancient Buffet. Let's clear up a misconception right out of the gate. The first century world wasn't spiritually starving. It was spiritually overfed. Under the sprawling reach of the Pax Romana, you didn't have a lack of options. You had a buffet. And like any buffet, some dishes looked amazing until you actually tried them. Your choices included local gods who handled city business, rain, crops, and please don't let the volcano do that again. Mystery religions offering secret rituals and better luck in the afterlife. Philosophers telling you essentially, control yourself and maybe life won't crush you completely. And Judaism, which came with deep roots, serious structure, and a bit of full membership required clause. So no, Christianity didn't walk into an empty room. It walked into a crowded, noisy, highly competitive ecosystem of meaning. And here's the thing most people don't say out loud. In that kind of environment, ideas don't spread just because they're profound. They spread because they're adoptable. Now, the competition wasn't amateur hour. Let's talk about that competition for a second, because it wasn't weak. Take the cult of Isis. This wasn't some fringe side product. This thing had emotional rituals, personal initiation, and a sense that you were part of something, deeper, hidden meaning. It gave people an experience. And humans? We're suckers for experiences. Then you've got thinkers like Epictetus. No temples, no incense, no robes. Just, life is hard, control what you can, accept what you can't, and try not to be a mess. Which, honestly, still sells pretty well today. And then there's Judaism, structured, ancient, grounded. But let's not pretend it was easy to just sign up. It wasn't click here to subscribe. It was circumcision, dietary laws, identity shift. This wasn't a casual weekend commitment. This was a full life conversion package. And then in walks Paul. And here's where things get interesting. Enter the Apostle Paul, and depending on who you ask, he's either a faithful messenger, a theological architect, or a guy who looked at the landscape and said, "We could work with this." Now, before anyone throws anything at their speaker, let's stay grounded. We're not assigning motive, we're observing pattern. Because what Paul does, intentionally or not, is fascinating. It could be called the Great Reconfiguration. Paul doesn't build from scratch, that would be inefficient. Instead, he does something far more effective. He curates. From Judaism, he keeps one God, moral structure, a story that means something. From mystery religions, he echoes personal transformation, a sense of salvation, emotional resonance. From philosophy, he mirrors inner change, ethical living, portability. This works anywhere. And then he trims what doesn't scale well. Ethnic exclusivity reduced. Ritual barriers lowered. Cultural overhaul? Nah. Optional? Translation. You don't have to become someone else to get in. You just have to step in. And then the new improved secret ingredient. Community. Not theoretical. Not, we'll meet once a year and nod politely. I'm talking shared meals, mutual support, real relationships. In a world where cities were crowded, transient, and often isolating, this mattered a lot. Because suddenly, this wasn't just a belief system. It was a support network, a social identity, a place where your name actually meant something. And let's be honest, people don't just join ideas, they join people. And then there was the wait a minute moment. Now step back and look at this thing as a whole. And here's where the eyebrow probably starts to raise just a little, because what you've got is personal transformation, ethical structure, strong community, universal access, and low barriers to entry. That's not common, that's efficient. Almost like someone accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, built something that spreads easily, adapts quickly, and sticks once it takes hold. Now, I'm not saying Paul sat down with a scroll and wrote, "How to build a scalable religion in 10 easy steps." But if he had, it might look suspiciously familiar. The intent versus the outcome? Well, here's the tension. Was this a deeply held belief that naturally unfolded this way, or was it a system that evolved into something highly effective because it had to survive in a competitive environment? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. Something can be sincerely believed and strategically effective all at the same time. You might ask, why do people actually join things? Well, let's be brutally clear for a second. People don't join movements purely because they've completed a full philosophical analysis and concluded, yep, this aligns with ultimate metaphysical truth. If that were the case, most gyms would be full in February. People join because it makes sense of their life, it connects them to others, it gives them hope, and it works in practice. And if something does all four, well, it doesn't just gain attention, it gains traction. So, here's where we land tonight, not with an answer, but with a sharper question. When you look at the early spread of this movement and you see how well it fits, how well it fits the needs of individuals, the structure of society, the pathways of the Roman world, you have to at least consider the possibility that its success wasn't accidental. Whether that came from divine truth, human adaptation, or some messy combination of both, well, that's a different conversation, and we'll save that one for another night. But for now, the fire's getting low, but something tells me your mind isn't, and that's good. That means we did our job. In the meantime, subscribe if you enjoy conversations that don't hand you conclusions, but instead hand you better questions. Go ahead and subscribe to Firelight Dialogues. There's plenty more where this came from. Share this. If this episode made you pause even for a second, share it with someone who appreciates a good, thoughtful disruption to their thinking. You know exactly who that is. Connect. Got a different take? Think I missed something? Or maybe you just want to say, yeah, that one stuck with me. Reach out anytime at info@patsanswers.com. That's INFO at patsanswers.com. I do read them. And if you want to go deeper, and if you want more of these kinds of conversations in a different form, check out the Firelight Dialogues paperback short story anthology series that's available on Amazon. Same tone, same questions, just a little more time to sit with them. Until next time, I'm Pat Kansoer, and this is Firelight Dialogues. Stay curious, and be just a little suspicious of anything that spreads too easily without asking why.